Hello guys and welcome to MotorBeam. In today's video, we have a very modern and stylish looking scooter and it just stands out with its metal body and 16-inch wheels. This is the D15 Pro from BGauss and it looks quite unique as it is a design first for India. It is sturdy like a bike, but then it has the convenience of a scooter. But is it safe and actually economical to the pocket? Let's find out. Before we begin, subscribe to MotorBeam and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Now, with the current situation with EVs, battery safety is the highest priority and hence over 20 safety features have been included in this scooter to make you safe. Now let me show you the battery pack. You have to open the boot from here and then this big unit is actually a lithium ion battery which is IP67 rated. It is removable. Once you just remove this plug and then you can pull this battery out because it is a heavy unit. Now this is 3.2 kilowatt hour 60 volt 55 ampere lithium ion battery which has over 21,700 cells. Damn, this is a big battery with good capacity. So there's first in segment safety feature like a rollover sensor. So the moment the scooter falls or it tips over, it cuts off the motor. And then there's a side stand sensor. So unless you pick this one up, you can't really move forward just like this. There's also a limp mode safety feature which will facilitate the rider to reach the service station or a safe place if any issue arises with the scooter. This BGauss D15 Pro has a badass water wading capacity of 250 millimeters, which is very impressive, and hence the motor is also IP67 rated. The design of this scooter is actually a very good thing because it just stands out. Some say it looks like the deer. If it does, let me know in the comments below. But then the best feature for me, the most unique thing over here is the 16-inch alloy set that's there standard on this scooter for the front as well as the rear, and then the metallic paint which goes all around plus a metal body. This just stands out. If you go into the details, you can see the BGauss logo in the headlight. There's chrome here as well, and then that's chrome on the meter too. Plus you get LEDs all around, headlight, indicators, as well as the tail light, you get LEDs. The overall fit finish is quite nice, and then the BGauss logo as well as the D15 logo on this scooter comes in 3D, which looks very good. The switchgear quality on this has a plasticky feel, but it is very nice to use. And then if you want to switch between the modes, you get two modes, Sport and Eco. You can just switch with this button and use it. This is a started button which you actually, if you do a long press, becomes a reverse gear engagement too. So that is another great thing. So everything is quite accessible to your finger. And then if you look at the meter, it is a simple LCD unit but has a ton of information. On the left, you can see the battery percentage, actually the battery level which is there. On the top, it is a torque input which goes around. Right below it is a speedometer. Right below it is the odometer. On the right, it's the gear. Basically, are you in eco? Are you in drive, that is sporty? Or are you going in reverse? It shows that. Right below it is the exact range. And on the corner, on the right, is the voltage of this battery. Now note this one thing. You get the actual range that is left from the scooter, and from the start that we have been riding, we've been getting close to 100 kilometers ka range, and right now we can actually see that this scooter is ready to go for another 80 kilometers. That is actually a very good thing. The seat height of this scooter is just 765 mm, which makes it very accessible. And you just saw, if I would have been wearing a dress or a sari maybe, I could have accessed this scooter very easily because you don't have any hindrance in between, and the footboard space is actually quite spacious. You can actually move your leg around and you can actually keep your stuff here. The storage spaces around here as well. But the major talking point is the seat, which is long enough as well as comfortable for the rider as well as the pillion. Plus then the grab rail behind is actually very good and safe to hold on to. For the pillion, the foot pegs are retractive and they are made of rubber, so there's no issue on that part as well. The performance of the BGauss D15 Pro is actually quite nice because the 3.1 kilowatt motor has a continuous rate of 1.5 kilowatt and the torque in the low end is very nice. Be it in any mode, eco mode or the sport mode, you hit 40 kilometers per hour within 7 seconds. And then this one has a top speed of 50 kilometers per hour in the eco mode and 60 in the sport mode. What is even impressive is that this one has a claim range of over 115 kilometers, but then in our test we were able to extract close to 100 ka range, and that is quite nice, which is very close to a claim range. There are a few things like while taking a U-turn, This scooter does not cut off if you are throttling and pressing the brakes at the same time. So as a safety feature, many of you do that, and this one does not cut off, which is brilliant because there are other EVs which do that, and that is very, very intrusive. That said, this one also has an anti-rollback. So if you're on a slope, if you hold the throttle as well as the brake, it understands something like a hill hold kind of a thing, and then it actually holds the scooter where you are. Plus, this one also has a reverse mode, which I've already mentioned. It takes the scooter at a very slow speed behind, and it is very, very useful, just like this. All I have to now do is just press the starter button and I can come back in the frame. The BGauss D15 Pro has even more connected features like geofencing, ride statistics, live tracking, firmware updates that happen via Bluetooth, and then there's accurate distance memory, which I've already talked about. Then real-time vehicle diagnostics, GPS, anti-theft alarm as well, and many more. Charging for an EV is a source of its power, and for the D15 Pro, I've got this charger which takes about 5.5 hours to go from 0 to 100%, and within 4 hours it will reach 80%, which is very good. But the best part is the connector, which is a Chogori connector over here. You can just use it with just one hand, lock it, and to take it out, all you have to do is pull it back. With just a single hand, you can operate it, which is very, very, very nice. That said, I've already talked about that the battery is removable, and then there's something that you can actually connect this charger directly onto this port. I just took off this port to show you guys. You can just connect it with a single click, and you can charge the battery at your home as well if you don't have a convenient charging spot next to your scooter parking. But then you might even say that you can get different set of batteries and switch it. No, that is battery vehicle pairing. That is standard because one battery is specific to one vehicle, and only then this vehicle will work. If you put down the battery of another BGauss into this, it won't work. So that is another safety feature which is there. The charging information is also available on the app that you use from BGauss. The riding dynamics of this scooter, the BGauss D15 Pro, is actually very exciting because it actually rides like a motorcycle, not just like a scooter, because of the 16-inch wheels. The overall feel feedback on the handlebars is actually very nice, and then the suspension setup is compliant on our Indian roads. You get telescopic forks at the front and dual suspension at the rear as well, which are adjustable. So the overall ride quality has a balance of dynamics as well as comfort. If you tip the scooter into a corner, it actually holds the line very well and has a very good feedback coming to the handlebars. But then the moment you have a pillion with you, it does not weigh up as much, which is again a great thing. When I say the ride quality is actually better, I am comparing it with the other type of e-scooters in this segment, and hence this one actually has the feel feedback of a motorcycle on a scooter. You only get drum brakes on the BGauss G15 Pro, but the feedback is quite nice. Plus it gets combi braking system, which makes it quite safe. The BGauss D15 Pro also gets a ground clearance of 175 mm, and then there's a bottle in my hand, so you can actually use the storage space to carry a water bottle. If you're not carrying one, you can actually put your phone down right over here, and then there's a USB charging port to charge your phone on the go. For the BGauss D15, you get two variants, basically an I and a Pro. This one is the Pro. The I comes for 99,999 and this one is 1,14,999. So in this price bracket, it is very, very competitive. It is very good on the design. It looks very unique. Just look at it. It is very practical. Plus it is convenient, and then it has the dynamics of a motorcycle from a scooter. If you're looking to jump onto the EV bandwagon, you can actually consider this because BGauss is focusing on battery safety, and that is the most important thing in the current environment right now. If you like it, do hit the like button. I'll see you guys in the next one.